Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys, and welcome to the second part of the series affordable fragrances that smell expensive. For today's video I have some easy reach affordable fragrances that smell much more expensive than their price. These are fragrances that I would highly advise you to check out if you're looking for something. I have more feminine fragrances, so if you're looking for something feminine, if you're looking for something that's very affordable but smells much more luxurious, if you're looking for, who knows, perhaps a day-to-day easy reach fragrance, even though I have some more unique ones, then this is the video for you. If you enjoy, let's just say, more unique, more creative, more artistic fragrances, then I would highly advise you to watch the first part of the series. This video over here, I will link it down below. There I share some more unique, creative but still affordable fragrances that smell much more expensive. Also, you will see a theme here with my fragrances. The ones that I have full bottles of, they are either empty because I've used them up recently now. I don't have empty fragrances from years ago, you know, but they're like recent empty fragrances, and some that are almost empty because I use them so much on a daily basis. Now, before I actually start with the fragrances that I want to show you for today, I just want to let you know that besides full bottles of fragrances, I also have some samples and decants from certain brands that I would highly advise you to check them out, and I will also highlight some brands along the video. These are brands that I truly believe more people should look up their fragrances, more people should try and test their fragrances, because they genuinely, when it comes to affordable fragrances that perform, I mean, I have one brand in mind, and I think none of the other brands can top it, you know. So yes, let's begin with the first recommendation. This fragrance is called Jazzab Gold by Ahmed al Zaafaran. This fragrance, I think it's like, yeah, almost gone. I have like a little bit of it left. Basically, guys, so I will tell you right from the start, this is not the best performing fragrance. I treated this one more like an eau de toilette fragrance, or more like a body spray, honestly, meaning that I used to carry it in my purse, you know. I used to reapply it throughout the day, like every 4 hours. I used to top it up, you know, but the fragrance itself, it smells amazing. This was a recommendation from one of you, actually, so for the beautiful girl who actually recommended me to check out this one, thank you so much. Like, you can see how much I enjoy it. Guys, imagine this fragrance as like a softer, brighter, lighter version of Trésor la Nuit by Lancôme. I have Trésor la Nuit in my collection as well, and if I were to compare them, I would say that this is the lighter, more fruitier, creamier, more playful and more girly version of Trésor la Nuit. This is basically, guys, like strawberry, caramel and vanilla, or like caramel toffee, this sort of scent, you know. It's like sweet, round and very fruity. It smells delicious, guys. It smells, again, it's one of those fragrances that you want to, you know, you want to lick it, to taste it a little bit. Very sweet. It definitely has a designer DNA. It's that very like girly, feminine, sexy sort of DNA. It's gorgeous, guys. It's gorgeous. I have a video where I share more about this fragrance, and I compare it to Trésor la Nuit, so feel free to look that video up on my channel as well. Let's just say that you really enjoy the DNA of Trésor la Nuit, but you want something that's more affordable, and you want something that's overall an easier reach. You want something that's way easier to enjoy, because Trésor la Nuit for some people can be quite strong and a little bit too much, because it has that incense accord, you know. Trésor la Nuit has a lot going on, guys, like a lot going on, but I still love it. Now, this is the more simplified version of that one. Lacks the incense, lacks the heavy patchouli vibe. This is all about sweet, like extremely sweet strawberry with some other fruity accords there, and caramel / toffee mixed with vanilla. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's feminine, it's playful, it's girly, it's delicious. I got a lot of compliments for this one, and it's so affordable as well, guys. Now, this next fragrance is a fragrance that I have used up completely, and I will definitely repurchase this one, because for the price you pay, it's an amazing fragrance. Guys, this next one is from the house of Lattafa, and this one is called Abiyedh Rouge. This is the Rouge version. This is pretty much an inspiration of the very popular Baccarat Rouge 540. Yeah, it definitely has similar vibes. I don't think it's like a one-on-one dupe, but it has similar vibes for sure. I've tried a lot of inspired by versions of Baccarat Rouge, and I have to let you know, I mean, I've tried all these versions here, or I have all these fragrances, you know, either in full bottles, samples, decants, so on and so forth, and this is my favorite one out of all. This one, an Instant Crush, but Instant Crush doesn't have I don't think it's like a dupe of Baccarat Rouge. To me, that falls into a different, to me that follows a different scent direction, you know. But when it comes to this fragrance, guys, this smells so good. I really enjoy this fragrance, and surprisingly, people who don't usually compliment my fragrances complimented me when I was wearing this one. My best friend used to wear this one, and I used to always compliment her fragrance. A lot of people complain about the performance, and but guys, believe me, you do not smell it on yourself, but people around you still smell it on you. And why I'm telling you this is because I've seen this happen a lot with my best friend. When she was wearing this fragrance, I used to give her compliments, and she was like, can you still smell me after all these hours? And I was like, yes, like I can really smell you. Of course, after a few hours, it's not the kind of fragrance that fills up a room, but when people come close to you, 100% guaranteed they will smell your fragrance. I would definitely purchase this one, and I would definitely advise you to check it out if you want something similar with Baccarat Rouge. But keep in mind, guys, even though it's very affordable and it smells much more expensive, I feel like with this fragrance, some people get some like weird nuances in it. So if you have the possibility, test it prior. But I got mixed feedback on this one, so keep this in mind. It was either a love or a hate. People either came back and they told me that they absolutely love it, or that they cannot stand it. So now, guys, let's move on to a fragrance. I'm low-key embarrassed to show it to you because I kind of ruined the package of this one. This one is called Dahab Saafi, and this is by the house of Afnan, or let's just say a sub-brand of Afnan, Bakhoor, I think it's called. Now this, guys, this is a delicious fragrance. Like this, oh my god, again, like I only have a little bit left of this fragrance as well. Now this fragrance, guys, you know what it smells like? It smells like roses, like sweet roses dipped in honey, and in the background you have a cafe latte vibe and some powdery nuances there. Oh my god, it's delicious. Like, it's delicious. It smells so good. Like, again, very affordable fragrance. This, I would say, falls into the intense cafe DNA. I mean, for sure, this is supposed to be an inspiration. I don't want to say a dupe, because now that I've got to test it way more, to me it has something more than intense cafe. Like, it's brighter than intense cafe, it's even sweeter, and honestly, if this performed like intense cafe, I would honestly choose this one over intense cafe, because it has something added to it that I much prefer this one. Don't get me wrong, I love Intense Cafe as well. I have it in my collection. I have Roses Bani. I enjoy the whole scent family, you know. But this one, if you're looking for something, let's just say between all of these fragrances that I have tried and have similar DNAs, if you're looking for a sweet rose dipped in honey with a cafe latte vibe in the background and some powdery nuances, then I don't think you will be disappointed. You will absolutely adore this fragrance. Doesn't have a Middle Eastern vibe at all, guys. It's so sweet, it's so delicious, it's so addicting, it's so like, I don't know, it's like mouth-watering when you smell it. And I also got amazing feedback for this fragrance. There was this beautiful woman who said she bought this fragrance based on my recommendation, and the moment she got it and she smelled it, she immediately bought 3 more backup bottles because that's how much she enjoyed it. So yes, let's move on to the next recommendations, guys. Now this fragrance, honestly, I'm like embarrassed to show you the bottle because the bottle doesn't reflect the actual bottle in reality. And oh my god, the bottle, this has been through so much. This is from Armaf, guys. This one is called Italiano Dona. This is how the bottle is actually supposed to look like, and this is how my bottle looks like. I lost the cap, like the nozzle is like tilted a little bit. It's like, as you can see, it's like it's used up completely. Like, I don't think, no, I cannot even spray it. Yeah, this one, oh, guys, I've been through 2 full bottles of this fragrance, and this one, like a few months ago, I have finished it. Guys, this is such a gorgeous fragrance. If you enjoy white florals, but like sweet, rich, dense and warm white florals with vanilla, with tonka bean, with a little bit of creamy sandalwood in the background, you will love this one. This is so feminine, and it has some like powdery fluffy quality. It has some powdery fluffy nuances about it that I absolutely adore. This, for the longest time, used to be like my easy reach fragrance for day to day. When I had to go somewhere, let's just say I didn't know what fragrance to put. On. I wanted something that smells feminine, that smells a little bit sweet, because I do like sweet fragrances, that smells very put together but effortless, but still you can smell the fragrance. I used to reach for this one a lot, like a lot, guys. Now, Of course, I'm biased when I say this, but I think it's an amazing fragrance, especially for the price you pay for this one. This, in my opinion, is one of the best of Armaf fragrances. And I have tried a lot of Armaf fragrances. Now, the only downside is the bottle. The bottle is absolute trash. But if you can go past the bottle, the actual fragrance inside is amazing, guys. It's like amazing. Now, this next recommendation is for those who want something made around vanilla. Let's just say that you want a fragrance that's affordable, but it smells much more luxurious. You don't want to pay a lot of money, but you want a vanilla fragrance that stands out. You want a vanilla fragrance that, let's just say, it has something added to it, and it goes into a different way than all the usual vanilla scents. Then I would recommend you to check out either one of these two. I have here Moattar Dahab by Junaid Perfumes. This is the version for men, and I've almost used it up. And I would also recommend you to check out either the version for men, either the version for women. Guys, it's so, how to say, like, this vanilla to me is something else. This is a vanilla that, again, it's like, it's such a rich, round and full vanilla scent. It's not one of those thin, like, ultra sweet, crazy sweet like vanillas, you know, that you could easily buy in like drugstores and something, you know. Not the cupcakey sort of vanilla. This, I would say, it's closer to how a real vanilla pod smells in reality, but here I have a vanilla pod, like, hold on, yeah, yes, for sure, closer. Not, I don't think it's like the exact scent profile of a vanilla pod. By the way, have you ever smelled, guys, how a real vanilla pod smells? It's so different to how we think, or like how I thought vanilla used to smell before I actually got this one and smelled it, you know. This is a vanilla pod from Madagascar, by the way, and I love to smell it because I love to smell raw materials, you know. I love to train my nose and to smell raw materials, because then it's way easier to recognize the scent when you smell different fragrances. I have a lot of raw materials, or like, how to call them, yeah, raw materials, absolutes, you know, resins and everything. I have a collection only with those, essential oils as well, you know, all that jazz, but different story. Yes, guys, either this one for men, either the one for women. Check out my in-depth review I have for these both. I would honestly stand by either of these two. When I finish this one completely, or maybe I will save the few little drops that I have in this one and I will just get the one for women so I can have both, you know. Gorgeous fragrance. Perfect on its own, perfect for layering. Don't be scared, because this is the version for men. It doesn't smell like a men's fragrance. Usually vanilla in men's fragrances, I find it to be very like powdery dry, and it's accompanied by very strong woody accords. This one is not. This one is round, it's full, it's rich, it's dense, it's sweet, it's very full, guys. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. If you're not new to my channel, I'm sure you've heard me talk about these two fragrances a lot, but it's generally because I enjoy them a lot and I stand by them. And when it comes to vanilla, these are the kind of vanillas I like in my fragrances. Those more resinous balsamic vanillas, you know. Even though I can appreciate the cupcakey vanilla here and there, like the ones that represent me the most are the darker ones, the more resinous balsamic ones. I feel like I have to make this disclaimer in every fragrance video where I mention Junaid Perfumes, because I mean, I know, first of all, we all have a different definition of what affordable means, but all of these fragrances that I've generally showed you so far are like really affordable, guys, like drugstore sort of prices, you know, like the kind of prices that you would pay for a drugstore fragrance, like for Elizabeth Arden, you know, sometimes even more affordable. So these are true affordable fragrances. This one, on the other hand, if you buy it from the Middle East, it is a very affordable fragrance. It's around 80 dirhams, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the fragrance, to begin with, it's still affordable, but like I said, depending on where you live, you might find it at different prices. But I didn't mind paying double the price. Honestly, guys, I don't mind paying double the price for Junaid fragrances, because I generally think they're worth it. I wouldn't do that for other brands, honestly, like, but when it comes to them, I resonate with their fragrances so much, and with their style of fragrances. And I always say this, but if you've tested and tried Junaid fragrances, they know how to do their vanillas really well, they know how to do their rose really well, their spices and their ouds. This is, I would say, the category, or like the notes and accords that I adore in their fragrances, and they do justice to these accords. Like, they do justice, like, no words. Now, speaking of vanilla, I have another vanilla recommendation for you. This one is from the house of Lalique, and this one is called Satine, or however you pronounce it. Guys, this is a very different fragrance. Now, I have to say it's not the one that I personally resonate with it the most, but I think it's a vanilla fragrance that if you enjoy more powdery vanillas mixed with heliotrope, a little bit of tonka bean there to give depth to the fragrance, and a little bit of sandalwood, you will really enjoy this fragrance. This, by the way, can I show you like the mist? It has one of those like infinite mist, or how you call them. Just look how beautiful this sprays. Like, can you see that? It's sweet, but how to say, it's sweet but it's not gourmand, it's delicate. This is like how I would call like a feather fragrance, you know, like the fragrance that like slowly drips on your skin and it stays there like a feather, you know, like the softest, creamiest, velvetiest material, you know. Yeah, this is that fragrance. Again, very easy reach sort of fragrance, nothing challenging about it. Very affordable. You can find this one on Notino, I think, for really decent prices at least. Yeah, this is for a delicate woman. This is for a soft, radiating woman. This is for the woman who dresses in a lot of white, neutrals, like pastel colors, I think. It's, how to say, it smells very expensive, but it's delicate, you know. It's a soft fragrance. But I think that's the beauty with this one, because if this one would have been a beast mode, I think it would have been a little bit off-putting or too much, you know. But again, not for everyone, so please do your research. If, let's just say, you are interested in trying out this fragrance, do your research, look up reviews, read reviews on Fragrantica everywhere and see for yourself. But this on its own, it's a gorgeous fragrance that smells much more expensive, and it will be a beautiful add to your collection if you enjoy these types of fragrances. And by the way, I use this one as the reference, like I use it more for layering. I use this one to layer with Kite by Lattafa, and the combo is amazing. Now guys, I want to continue with the brand. I want to highlight the brand, to be more specific, that I have a lot of appreciation and respect for how they do their fragrances. Their fragrances smell so expensive and they are so affordable, and I don't know how they manage to honestly have the prices they have for the quality of the scent that they offer and for the performance that not all but most of the fragrances that I've tried from them have. This is a brand that I featured here and there on my channel, and this is a brand that I really enjoy trying out fragrances from them. So yes guys, this next brand that I want to highlight on my channel is none other than Ahmed al Maghribi. If you want affordable fragrances that smell expensive, if you want affordable fragrances that perform, honestly, look no further. And I just want to make this disclaimer, guys, I am not sponsored to talk about them. I don't think they even know that I exist, honestly. But everything that I've bought from them, I've bought with my own money. They haven't sent me anything. Not that I wouldn't like to collaborate with them, because they're genuinely a brand that I have a lot of appreciation and respect for, you know. But just to let you know, when I mention a brand a lot on my channel, is because I really believe in their products, you know. And or at least the ones that I recommend to you. I can always only talk about the ones that I have tried and recommend to you. And if, let's say, in the future it would be the case to receive something, I would always disclose it, guys. I don't feel the need to hide if I receive a product. But so far, all the fragrances that you've seen here up to this date featured on my channel are fragrances that I have either purchased with my own money, or my partner sponsored them, you know. He bought them to me as gifts, you know. I know that it's not one of the most popular brands, maybe because it's not one of the most widely available brands. In the Middle East, you find them everywhere. They have a lot of stores in all the countries from the Gulf region. So yes, there you find them a lot. In Europe, you find them easily, at least where I live, and I know other places in Europe that sell Ahmed al Maghribi fragrances very easily. In the United States, Canada, North America, I think as well, you find them easily. Now, unfortunately, everywhere else in the world, I don't know if you are able to find Ahmed al Maghribi fragrances. Here are some recommendations. Take out your notepad. Now, this one is called Bani. I filmed a review, I haven't edited it yet. That was supposed to be for the summertime, you know, like that was supposed to be for summer fragrances. Basically, guys, I wanted to feature this fragrance in the summertime because this is all about coconut. If you are someone who loves coconut in their fragrances, you will really enjoy this fragrance. Now, this is not the most affordable fragrance. I think it's one of the more premium offerings from them. It comes in 40 ml and it is Again, I will try to insert the price in dirham or in dollars somewhere over here, but look it up on their website, because there you have the prices and everything. But still, guys, it's like under designer prices, you know, it's still very affordable compared, but maybe it's not as affordable as Lattafa, let's say. This one, you know what it is? This is basically coconut mixed with warm, dry jasmine. Imagine like you have a bouquet of jasmine that you've let it in the sun, and now it's like very dry but very warm and very fragrant, you know. This is how it smells to me, mixed with coconut. The coconut here has this like oily, toasted almost scent. Imagine you open a bag of coconut chips or like coconut flakes, and you dip your nose in the bag and you get like, and you smell it, you know. This is the coconut, this is how the coconut here smells like. It's very realistic, so this is why it's sweet, but it's not overly sweet, because coconut in real life, it's not like this overly sweet sugary thing, you know. And you have some peachy nuances in the opening. No, because I didn't actually post the review, I will let you know how this one develops. Basically, in the opening you have the jasmine, you have the peach. It's quite light, bright and airy, but still very dense. This fragrance is very dense, it's very strong, but it's not a dark fragrance. And then as you are wearing it, let's just say that the airiness starts to tone down, and you get more of that toasted coconut vibe that I was telling you about. In the dry down, basically it smells like coconut. I actually liked to layer this one in the summertime with Coconut Passion by Victoria's Secret. That combo was amazing. It amplified the coconut vibe in this one, and it made it overall sweeter, which I always enjoy. I do like a sweet fragrance, you know. But if you are looking for something that smells very realistic of coconut, check out this one. Again, if you have the possibility, smell it in store, test it on your skin, but give it time, or get a sample, get a decant. Please do not blind buy this one. It's not one of those like overly sweetened coconut fragrances like Alien Goddess, or like, yeah, I think that's the only coconut fragrance that I've tried besides this one. It's not one of those. This is a pretty much very realistic, straightforward coconut, you know, like I said, the one that you smell when you freshly open a bag of coconut chips. Very feminine. It has some floral nuances, but the florals are not subdued, but toned down. It's not overly floral with a little bit of coconut, you know. I would say the jasmine and the coconut are quite balanced here. Oh my god, guys, I hope I'm not talking too fast, but the thing is, when I have so many fragrances and I know I can talk a lot about them, I start to talk very fast so I can like make this video shorter, you know. But I hope I'm not talking too fast. Yeah, next one. Okay, this one is more affordable than the previous one. Still from Ahmed al Maghribi, like I told you. This one is called Bonbon, still by Ahmed al Maghribi. Like I told you, we are in the part of the video where I want to highlight some fragrances from the brand. Simply because for the price you pay, they offer amazing quality. And I think, let's just say, other fragrances within the same price range, they cannot beat the quality and the performance of these fragrances. They last, guys, but they are so... Let me tell you why they last. Because basically they have such high oil concentrations that they stick to your skin, they stick to your clothes, they stick to your hair. Even though scent-wise, let's just say some of them are not the most projecting ones, you know, but guys, they last, and they last and last and last and last, and you can smell them on your clothes up to 4 or 5 days later, some of them. This one Bonbon, this is for the angelic woman. This is for the woman who's very like soft and delicate, you know, I don't know, with angelic features. Like, when I smell this fragrance, I think of a woman with angelic features. Like, I don't know how to describe. Like, she dresses very girly, like she's light, bright, and bubbly, you know. Yeah, definitely, this is the vibe it gives me. Like, you have here a very creamy, round, and sweet melted white chocolate touch. Imagine you melt white chocolate. You have it here. The scent, you have it here, and on top of that, you have some peony and some musk nuances. Again, I have an older video where I talk more about it. Not my kind of fragrance, guys, but this one on its own, it smells amazing. And how to say, it's very balanced. To me, it manages to still be elegant, because when it comes to chocolate in fragrances or other gourmand notes and accords, too much of it can go into the, not the cheap route, but they're not elegant anymore, you know. They're, let's just say, more edible or more gourmand, you know, but those I don't find elegant. This, because it has the peony touch that balances the white chocolate vibe, overall this is just like timeless, delicate, angelic, yeah, angelic, elegant fragrance. gorgeous fragrance for the right woman. Everything I'm showing you in today's video will work amazing for the right woman, you know. Not everyone would enjoy this fragrance. Even, for instance, me, yes, this smells amazing. It lasts really good. It performs decent. It's priced very, what is the word in English? Very fair. It has a very fair price for what it offers, but still it's not my kind of scent, you know. But if you know you like more delicate fragrances, if you know you like fragrances that give you this like angelic aura, if you, or like this, if you want to embody that like very like soft, angelic, feminine touch, or like feminine energy, this is the sort of fragrance that would help you do that, you know. Now another one, if you're into the whole clean girl trend, I would advise you to check out Musk and Roses, still by Ahmed al Maghribi. Yeah, this is clean, it's bright, it's floral, it's fresh, but not too fresh, with soft, crisp, fruity nuances in the background. Check out the in-depth review. By the way, for almost all the fragrances that I've mentioned today so far, I have videos, either in-depth reviews, either videos where I talk more about them, you know. So please check those out before you make any purchase, or leave a comment down below and ask me more details before you make any purchase, you know. Because if I want to encourage you to do something, is to be more mindful with the way you spend your money, you know. This is why I buy samples and decants, guys, because I don't want to like recklessly buy fragrances that I end up not enjoying. You know, I would rather test fragrances through samples, through decants, you know, and see which ones I enjoy, which ones I don't enjoy. But yeah, back to this fragrance. Yeah, this is for the warmer temperature. This, how to say, this is elegant, guys, but not too serious, but it's still elegant. This is a floral, very beautiful. What else to say? Timeless, classy floral, not too boring. I actually really do enjoy this one. Very simplistic, very easy to enjoy, very affordable as well, and definitely smells much more expensive. Oh my god, can you see like I'm doing like yeah, I talk a lot with my hands, you know, like I cannot just like sit here and talk like this, you know. It's very hard for me. Like I talk a lot with my hands for whatever reason, but I am seeing now, like when I look sideways, like I'm still doing this, you know. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so this next one, still from Ahmed, this is called Love Story, and guys, note wise it has the exact notes breakdown as Meliora by Parfum de Mali. These are the notes breakdown for Meliora, and let me actually read you the notes quickly for this one. In the top, this one has blackcurrant, red berries and cassis. In the heart it has rose, ylang ylang, lily of the valley, and in the base you have vanilla, musk, tonka bean, sandalwood and ambroxan. This is an amazing fragrance. This is all about dark fruity, like dark forest fruits, forest berries. Yeah, those kinds of forest fruits and berries. It's, you know what it smells like? It smells like a nesty or like an iced tea that you buy from the supermarket that it's flavored in the forest berry flavor. It smells just like that. It's delicious, guys. It's, you know, it smells like you could legit like drink this one. It's sweet but not too sweet. It has this like tea or like watery quality about it, but it manages to be very dense at the same time. Because it has in the base a lot of vanilla, but a non-gourmand vanilla, and some ambery nuances that overall add like a creamy, round, dense base. But like I said, on top of that you have like all the, imagine how like an iced tea from the supermarket smells in the flavor of a forest fruit, you know. Yes, it smells just like that. I think it's gorgeous. I think, again, this could work all year round. If you like darker, fruitier fragrances, I am sure you will enjoy this one. If you like fruity fragrances but that you don't want your fruity fragrances to be too childish, because some fruity fragrances indeed they lean more youthful and young. Now this one doesn't smell necessarily like youthful to me. It smells, how to say, like it smells feminine, it smells girly, you know, it smells delicious, it smells, like I said, edible. It smells like legit you could drink this one, but don't drink it. Yeah, amazing option from the brand. Performance is not an issue for this one, very affordable, and like I said, easy reach sort of fragrance. This one you could wear it all year round, summer, winter, tropical holiday, basically everywhere under any circumstances, and it's not overly sweet. So if you don't like overly sweet fragrances, I still think you will appreciate this one. So yes, by the way, look up decants of fragrances from Ahmed al Maghribi because you will be surprised. Now the last one that I want to recommend you from the brand, this one is called Leen, and this one, guys, it's a fragrance that smells like one-on-one similar, almost. I'm not making sense. Let's try again, guys. Basically, this one is very similar to Lacoste Perfume by Lacoste. But if you are familiar with how that fragrance smells, this one smells richer, denser, fuller, and stronger. So take the DNA of Lacoste Perfume, make it richer, denser, stronger, fuller, and this is how it smells. One of my cousins wear Lacoste Perfume, and when I went to her, and like I like to smell my friends' fragrances, and like the people I'm very close with, I always like, when I go to their house, I always like to smell their fragrances. And when I recently went to her place, I actually went to smell her fragrances, and she had that one. I smelled it, guys, like I'm telling you, it smells exactly like this one. So I would say, if this is, guys, in my opinion, the most easiest to wear, easiest to enjoy, impossible to not like fragrance on earth, honestly, because it has such a likable DNA. Like, but again, it performs, guys, it performs, and it smells very expensive. Basically, even though this one is strong, but it's delicate. This is something that I like about it. It's strong, but it's delicate, you know? To me, this smells like, it's very hard to describe it, basically, like little bit sweet, a little bit powdery, little bit round and full, little bit like Lily of the Valley. I don't know, guys, honestly, I have a hard time describing this fragrance, but let me read you the notes if it helps for you. In the top you have red fruits, in the heart you have roses, Lily of the Valley, and in the base you have sandalwood and musk. I mean, yeah, you have a creamy sandalwood here, you have the creaminess that I was telling you about, the roundness, the density, but besides that, it's more of an abstract scent profile with like some powdery nuances here and there. Gorgeous. If you want, again, something among the lines of Lacoste, gorgeous. I would see this one on a woman who's very like put together. Like, she is always put together, but she has more of a softer energy to her, something softer aura to her. Again, this is very feminine, but not in a girly way. This, I would say, it's timeless, you know, it has a little bit of sweetness to it, but again, not overly sweet, very easy to enjoy, very easy to wear. Another affordable fragrance that smells much more expensive. Now, guys, I'm done with Ahmed al Maghribi fragrances. Let me actually move on to other recommendations that I have for you. Again, these ones, either I have them in a sample format or decant format, because even though they're fragrances that I like how they smell, and from a objective point of view, they are like top notch, very well done, especially for the price. They're not me sort of fragrances, so this is why I don't have full bottles of them. But I know that I recommended them, a lot of people bought them, and they came back with amazing feedback. So let's continue with Fakhar by Lattafa for women. Guys, again, I've recommended this fragrance on and on and on. Gorgeous fragrance. What can I tell you more about it? I have an in-depth review for this one. If you want a white flower fragrance in the same vibe with L'Interdit by Givenchy, check out that one. I don't think you will be disappointed. Performance is not the best, but then again, for how affordable it is, like, you cannot really complain about the performance. It's delicate, it's floral, a little bit sweet, you know, it has that like slight bubblegummy nuance of tuberose, very easy to enjoy tuberose with some white flowers in the background. You have a little bit of fruitiness there as well. Like I said, feel free to check out the in-depth review. Now, another one that I really think a lot of people would enjoy is Yaqeen by Asdaaf. Now this one, this is again another feathery like fragrance. This to me smells like sweet, powdery, and cream. It smells like the color cream. Again, check out my in-depth review for this one. But if you like more powdery fragrances with a little bit of sweetness, that's like a little bit dry, but very feminine. I genuinely think they're very feminine, not angelic, but like, again, it has a very like radiating aura to it. I don't know how to describe it to you. Beautiful fragrance, amazing bottle. The bottle looks amazing as well. Amazing price, everything about it. Besides the performance is not the best, but for how it smells, another option that's really good for you if you are looking for something like this. Okay, so let's move on to two other fragrances that I have in my collection that share some similarities, but I feel like if you enjoy the DNA and you don't like one, you will for sure like the other one. And now these next two fragrances, one is from the house of Lattafa and is called Ajwad, and the other one is from the house of Afnan and is called Faten Maroon. Basically, guys, to me they smell very similar. Like, legit, I bought this one because I think I've seen it on Top Note by Topaz channel. and I got quite a few requests to review it, so I got it. And then I blind bought this one, and when I smelled this one I was so disappointed because to my nose it smelled exactly like this one. But the more I tested both these two and the more I got to compare them side by side, basically this one is a little bit different, but I would say this one is 80% or like 75% similar to this one. So I don't think there's any point in owning both unless you truly love this DNA, you know. Now Ajwad, guys, it's like ozonic. It has a lot of airiness in it. It smells like cold mountain air, but some people perceive this nuance as metallic. Now to me it doesn't smell like metallic, it smells like cold mountain air mixed with creamy vanillic nuances, sweet nuances, and something spicy, like sweet sugary nuances, sweet creamy vanillic nuances, and some spices there, and that very like strong airy touch that I was telling you about. Now let's just say you got this one, the airiness is too much for you, but you still have again guys, let's just say you got this one but the airy touch is too much for you and you still like or want to try something similar, then check out this one from Afnan. This again, both are very affordable fragrances, and this one performs really great, by the way. Now this one is more powdery. This one has something from Pure Excess by Bakhoor, but mixed with Ajwad. I think this is the best way to describe them. Doesn't smell straight up like Bakhoor Pure Excess, but again it has a little bit of airiness, but this is more powdery. Like imagine you take Ajwad, you take the airiness of it, you change it with powdery nuances in this one, you tone down the creaminess of the vanilla, because basically this one is very powdery, and you add there like some salty caramel touches, like, but soft, very soft. Yeah, basically guys, they are very similar. I have an in-depth review for this one, so feel free to check it out. But either one of these two are very easy reach. More this one, I would say more this one. This is such an easy reach affordable fragrance. Like, I hope you can see, I have used this one, you know. I like to take this one with me when I go hiking in the mountains, and I want something that's like a no-brainer, you know. But like when I like in the city, like in my day-to-day life, I don't wear this fragrance at all because I have so many other fragrances that I like more than this one. But like I said, when I go out of the city in the mountains, I always reach for this one because it really smells good. And surprisingly guys, I got compliments like on top of the mountain, like while I was hiking I got compliments for this one, you know. So it's a fragrance that's very easy to enjoy. I will just leave it like this. Okay, so we got to the last fragrance. I think I want to close the video with this fragrance, not because I don't have other recommendations, but because honestly this video is getting already too long and I think I've talked about enough fragrances for today. If you want me to do another part of affordable fragrances that are easy reach and smell expensive, let me know and I will do it for sure in the future. Give me a few more months because I'm testing other fragrances now and I could definitely do like an updated part of that. And also guys, by the way, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, yes, I wanted to thank you so much for all the love and support you showed me for the previous affordable fragrances that smell expensive. I was honestly not expecting it to be received so well. I really appreciate you guys and thank you so much for the support and love for that video. I hope you will enjoy this video just as much. And someone actually gave me a great idea to do like a second part for like affordable easy reach fragrances, a third part for like affordable fragrances that smell artistic, and I have a lot of those, but those are for those people who want to trade their noses when it comes to fragrances. If you're one of those people who are really into fragrances, you're really passionate about everything fragrance related, you want to train your nose, I could definitely do a part 3 of affordable fragrances but I don't know how to call those because they're like more creative, more artistic, more to like train your nose to distinguish different nuances. Yeah, whatever. Yeah guys, let's finish this video with the last fragrance. Now this is a fragrance that I think I will always have it in my collection, and I think, how to say, like even though I've tried other fragrances that are similar to this one and much more affordable, this one is still affordable, but again, it's one of, I would say, around $40 something or like $60 something. Now I know for some it might not be affordable. For some, I know $60 might be too much, but I will give you some recommendations similar to this one then. The last fragrance for today's video is from Rasasi, guys. It is from the Lattafa collection, and this one is called Jasmine Wisp. I'm sure you've seen this one mentioned again and again. I still have little bit of it left, you know, but this is a fragrance that I adore, like in the summertime, or like not even in the summertime, but like all year round. This fragrance is addicting. Like, yeah, basically this is a tropical, rich, fruity fragrance. You have a lot of yellow fruit here. It smells absolutely delicious, mixed with and then in the base you have creamy vanilla, but like really dense, thick creamy vanilla mixed with amber, so you have the roundness as well. This fragrance just smells like a tropical goddess, honestly. This is how I would describe this fragrance. It smells like a tropical goddess. I think it smells delicious. I think it's worth the hype, but perhaps don't blind by this one, because surprisingly the feedback on Fragrantica is quite mixed. Now if you ask me, I absolutely adore this fragrance. So these are my opinions on it. Now let's just say maybe for you $60, 60 euros is a little bit too much for your current budget. Maybe you want something that smells similar but that's even more affordable. Now I could give you some recommendations. I want to first start with the one that's the most long lasting out of all the other ones, besides Jasmine Wisp, and that one is again Little Hearts by Ahmed al Maghribi. Check out my in-depth review for that one. Still, basically these fragrances are all within the Erba Pura Kirke DNA, you know, like Erba Pura Kirke DNA. Now another recommendation with the same vibe, it's Areej by Lattafa. You have there again the same tropical fruit vibe that you have in this one, but there the base is not as rich and as dense as it is in this one from Rasasi. I could also recommend you an Abiyedh white, but again, where you have the chance, smell them, sample them, decant them, I don't know, like try to test the fragrance before you buy it, because no matter how much I like a fragrance and no matter how much I think it's like the easiest to wear fragrance, maybe for what you like, maybe it's not, you know. So I always say, take my recommendations, do your own research. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section and I always get back, guys. I always get back to your questions. So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. Those were all the fragrances that I have showed you today. Honestly, I have lost count. I don't know how many I've showed you, but you will see it basically in the title. Again, I could have showed you more, so maybe I will do this again in like a good few months, you know. Or maybe you have some other ideas for what sort of other kinds of affordable fragrances I could feature here on the channel. The thing is, guys, I love fragrances in general. Like, I love the expensive fragrances, I love the affordable fragrances, I love the no-name fragrances, I love the big name sort of fragrances. I love fragrances, you know. I'm not a fragrance snob. I buy fragrances from all price ranges. Of course, I don't buy the very high-end luxury ones, simply because currently I'm not interested to spend that much money in fragrances, but I do have some more expensive fragrances as well. So this is why I say I love fragrances in general, you know. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you watching my videos and supporting my videos. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video. I would absolutely appreciate it. This way you could show some support to my channel and you could show some appreciation for the content that I'm putting out. If you want to tell me anything, please put it down in the comment section and I promise that I will get back to you. If you want to follow me on Instagram, here is my Instagram handle. There you can get to know me a bit more on a personal level than you do here on YouTube. YouTube is for fragrances. Instagram, let's just say I share more about me as well, every once in a while when I do a Q&A there. But yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hugs, lots of positive energy, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. So bye, guys.